Good day everyone, I am Miss Syreah Ramirez and today I am going to discuss about performance assessment. So what is performance assessment? Performance assessment is a dynamic process calling for students to be active participants who are learning even while they are being assessed. No longer is assessment perceived as a single event. Performance assessment is a continuum of assessment formats, which allows teachers to observe students' behavior, ranging from simple responses to demonstrations to work collected over time. So what are the purpose of performance assessment? Performance assessment measures how well students apply their knowledge, skills, and abilities to authentic problems. The key feature is that it requires the student to produce something, such as a report, experiment, or performance, which is scored against specific criteria. The purpose of assessment is to find out what which students able to do with knowledge in context. So here are the strengths of performance assessment. Performance assessment integrate assessment with instruction. Learning occurs during assessment. So while the assessment is ongoing, the students will be able to learn also. Then, it provides opportunities for formative assessment. This tends to be more authentic than other types of assessment. Performance assessment is more engaging too. Thus, it provides additional way for students to show they know and what they can do. So through performance assessment, the students will be able to show their skills and develop emphasis on reasoning skills. Then, performance assessment forces teachers to establish specific criteria to identify successful performance of the students. It also encourages students to self-assessment. Emphasis on application of knowledge, and it also encourages re-examination of instructional goals and the purpose of schooling. Here are the weaknesses of performance assessment. First is reliability may be difficult to establish. Measurement error due to subjective nature of the scoring may be significant. Inconsistent student performance across time may result in inaccurate conclusions. Then few samples of student achievement. It requires considerable teacher time to prepare and students' time to complete. So performance assessment needs more time. Teachers need more time to prepare, and then students also need more time to complete the given task. It is difficult to plan for amount of time needed. So in planning for good performance assessment, it needs more time or it is time consuming. Limited ability to generalize to a larger domain of knowledge. So how performance assessment helps students? Effective performance assessment allows students to apply knowledge to solve a problem or demonstrate a skill. In performance assessment, students demonstrate or construct something, and that work is assessed using observation and judgment, often using a tool like a rubric. Features of good performance assessment. First is clear targets. Performance assessment should provide clear descriptions of specific achievements expectations to be assessed. It should measure one or more of the 4 achievement expectations. Then, assure that evaluators understand and remain aware of what they are assessing. Focus purpose. Clarify the intended uses of the assessment results. Specify whose information needs the assessment will meet. That will be teachers, curriculum developers, and policymakers. Proper method. Teachers should use an assessment method that is suited to the assessment goals, such as essays, direct communication, selected response, or extended investigations. Sound sampling. It should provide a representative sample of all the questions that can be asked. It should produce results of maximum quality of minimum cost in time and effort. Yield confident inferences about how the respondent would have done given all possible exercises. Accurate assessment free of bias and distortion. Present sources of inference and error that may have affected in the development and implementation of the system. Anticipate sources of bias that can create ambiguity in results. So here are the two examples of performance assessment. First is the reading aloud a brief poem. So the teacher can give this activity, which is reading aloud a brief poem. Then the teachers will grade students using the criteria or rubric. Through rubric and criteria, the teachers will be able to identify the specific scores that he or she will give to the student. And second is design and conduct experiment. So like the first example, the teachers use rubrics or criteria in giving this type of or this kind of assessment task, which is performance. If you want to know more about performance assessment, you can visit these references. That's all for today. Thank you.